Greetings, beautiful beings, and welcome to the Breathing Bar. I'm Ahuvia, and I'm your bartender today and every day as we delve deeper into our innerverse, that space within ourselves where we are actually in control of what manifests. And we have been going on a journey of self-realization and more so self-responsibility and self-control. So as we continue into this spring equinox, all the intense energy that is out here, today I wanted to talk about this thing called pain. And I want to talk about it because it will always be there. Pain will always be there. The frequency where pain resides will always be there. You have to choose to shift your frequency out of the frequency where pain resides into another one. But you at the same time, you have to always know that you can always go back to pain whenever you want to. And I haven't posted for almost a month because I get to the space within myself where no words can bring a calm or a peace that I even need. So why am I trying to bring it to someone else? Or why am I even talking about how to bring it to someone else? But I got motivated and I got inspired because it's time for us to really be able to come together as a collective consciousness and know a few things. The first thing, that realization that came to me the last month, is that humans care, and we care very deeply. Amidst all of the horrific things that may be going on in the world, humans care. And as I shifted my frequency into that space, it lightened up my burden to bear because I no longer was in a space of anguish when it came to what man was doing or what government was doing. I also decided to just step into the space and say that humanity does not represent government, and government does not represent humanity. And I feel if we really acknowledge this, we can regain so much of our internal power and collective power to know that government represents an entity that's not intertwined with humanity. It's an entity within itself. It's a construct within itself. And it's important that we begin to detach the connection that government and humanity and government are one and the same. Because there's the energy that governs this institution called government. This construct does not represent the beautiful beings that I have met around this world. The beautiful beings that you all see doing phenomenal things in this world. And we have to honor and to show the love and support and know that this world is beautiful. Yes, all of the things that are what we call atrocities are shown on social media, on the news, all over. Yet at the same time, I see so much beautiful work that compassionate, caring beings are doing to continue to uphold the sacred role we have. There's a reason why the earth still responds to us. There's a reason why we all are still blessed and find so much beauty and so many different wonderful things in our space at different times. It's because our work is being accepted and acknowledged by the earth and by the elements. The wisdom and understanding we're coming to as beings is there, and it's allowing us to regain ourselves if we desire to. Yet, we can't negate that everything that is true from what I just said is also true when it comes to the atrocities, all of the painful, terrible things that are happening to humans all over the world. That is happening. Yet again, that frequency, how do you acknowledge that frequency without becoming that frequency? How do you acknowledge the pain without becoming the pain? How do you acknowledge your anger without becoming the frequency of the anger? And this is the only question that we need to be asking ourselves. Nothing else matters. Because no matter how much we show our anger, display our anger through our verbal discontentment or our verbal disapproval, that's still feeding the same anger, the same pain that created the atrocities that are now happening. How do we acknowledge that anger? Pull it in and say, okay, I've acknowledged it. Now it's time for me to go to a frequency where I can continue to do the works and to be at a frequency that can bring a balance in the spaces that I reside in within myself and when I go amongst others. We need a permanent solution. But until we can find a permanent solution to our own mental and emotional mayhem within ourselves, we'll not be able to even connect to a collective solution. Many times we feel that we find people that feel like we feel, and we create a collective around that. That gives us power. Yes, but at the end of the day, if the power is still fueled by that underlying current of anger and pain and discontentment, ultimately, that's the energy that's going to infest the collective cause. Ultimately, not giving it the power and strength that it could have to literally move mountains. So beautiful beings, I just want you to think about that in the space of you in your quiet space when no one's there. When you go inside of yourself, when you're in your head, in your heart, can you find a balance to say, okay, I feel the pain. Give myself a moment in it. Now it's time to move out of it. Allow yourself to go to that next frequency because you've mastered pain, so you know what that frequency does. But what if you allowed yourself to step out of it and stay out of it? How could you be successful and productive in shifting those things that you know need to be shifted outside of being the pain that it has caused? So that's my food for thought, beautiful beings. And I also have a interactive PDF that you can download from my website. It just kind of goes into some principal considerations about this thing called pain and about taking responsibility for your frequency no matter what is happening outside of you. Because the only thing you can control is yourself. And until your inner verse is at peace and has found peace of mind, how can you or anyone else try to create a collective that can create it? So I'm speaking from my space and from my heart, and I hope it comes straight to yours. You all have a blessed day wherever you are, and we will talk soon. Give thanks, beautiful beings.